Good afternoon, everyone. It's that monthly time where Jeanette, me from the MyBC Consulting Company here in the township of Langley, hijacks Andy Shilhorn's Personal
Hey.
Real Estate Corporation Facebook page.
Hi, Jeanette. How are you doing today?
I'm good because you know what? A month has passed and
Yes.
real estate continues to be what I see out there: up, down, sideways, backwards, forwards, people moving into houses, people wanting to move up, out, and around. So you are the expert, my friend.
Well, I'm seeing absolute craziness out there in terms of pricing and how fast homes are selling. It's just jumping, and maybe because people are trying to get in before the interest rate hike. I'm not quite sure, but the pressure is still on. It's really tough for buyers out there, and for sellers, if for sellers, it's a dream. I mean, in terms of if you're downsizing, if you're moving out of area, there's there's the lottery to be won.
So before we get into your presentation, because we have something we're going to be drawing at the
Yeah,
end,
yeah, yes.
and on Monday it's all about love.
Mhm.
And I'm going to ask you, Andy, what do you love about being a realtor?
Oh, that's a surprise question, Janet. I think what I love about being a realtor is actually meeting people, meeting new people, because you have no idea who they are when you first come up to someone's door and sit on their kitchen table, and you share their life experiences and their life dreams, and you work towards getting those dreams accomplished and becoming a reality. And seeing people move ahead in their lives, it's really, actually, it is quite fulfilling, and especially first-time home buyers. They have
Mm.
such a joy when they are moving into their brand new home, and I mean, the parents are in the background sometimes shaking their head like, what are my kids moving into? But this, for them, it's their castle at that moment, and that really does fill your heart with a lot of joy.
Chatting with a mortgage broker friend of mine that lives funny enough, he bought my house in Walnut Grove, and I've just reconnected with him, and he was saying that he just had some first time home buyers find the house, qualify for the mortgage, have
Yes.
the real estate agent find that home of their dreams, and it's so satisfying. It's so satisfying I know with you working with Rita and Irina, and together you guys are making dreams happen, and that's a beautiful thing in this life.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
gotta
Yes.
love that, my friend.
Very much so. Yes. Yes.
So let's see what the numbers are. We loving the numbers
Sure.
right now, Andy.
Okay. Well, let's take a look. I'll share my screen and we'll get into it and
And
take a
be
look at
prepared because I'm
what's
gonna
going
ask
on
some
here.
questions,
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
So the Fraser Valley Real Estate MLS stats for sales last month, the board processed 1,310 sales for the month of January. That was a 27% decrease from last month of December, and a 23.7% December decrease from January of 2021. So, the sales were actually down in January, the
Okay.
number of sales, and that is, due to, in December, our inventory was at super historic lows. However, in January, we saw an increase of new listings, 67.1% from
Hmm.
the previous month. Not hard to do when nothing came on for sale in December. And that means that we had 2135 new listings. However, it was a decrease compared to January of 2021, and active listings increased 19.2% compared to December of 2021.
So I'm gonna pause there just so I
Sure.
digest this. So important that you know these numbers, because I love what you said, where when you have nothing before or very little of something before, when something comes on, it can look like a big increase in numbers. But
Yes.
in
Yeah.
fact, what I'm seeing in this slide is it's nowhere near what you need to do your job well for people.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, our inventory is still very, very too low, and and so that big increase from December to January was just sort of coming back into normal territory. and uh,
Mm.
and these graphs here, they show that too. The sales in January down 1,300 sales in January, and this is our inventory gain. of new listings, 2151, as compared to December, and we had 1259 new listings. So that's 1,000 less in the previous month, and the sales in December were 1752. So you can see where this was heading is that we're very, very quickly having no homes for sale in at all. And I think a lot of people were just holding back for Christmas and in the new year. And of course, this is what we usually see in terms of 2021. We had 2,700 new listings, and so that's still, you know, another 600 extra that we haven't seen this month of January. So wrong way. So this is our months of inventory and all asset classes for the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board. And, you know, I mean, I've talked about this several times, the foreign buyers tax, stress test, and COVID-19. Those are significant dates when the inventory made changes. But here we are, January 2022. Inventories are still at historic lows, and there's no indication that it's starting to build up, which still will put pressure on pricing. And this is because we're going to see some interest rate increases. But what will they do? Will we have enough inventory to manage a change in price? So the Fraser Valley inventory, this again is another graph that shows that there was 1 month worth of inventory for condominiums, 1.1 month of townhouses, and 1.7 months of detached sales. So in terms of how long would we have inventory for sale, this is all that there is. This is a balanced market. This would be a 6 month a 6 month term of listings, and we're still well below that.
And just to ask there, where's the bulk of that 1.1 months of townhouses located? Like, where are those particular listings located?
You know, right now, Langley is probably the biggest growth factor in terms of condominiums and townhouses due to all the build in Willoughby. Okay. We might be seeing some in Surrey, but it's primarily in the Willoughby area of Langley.
Okay.
Yeah, and so this is our housing price index. This is the board actually has an HPI, and not an average price, but it's an algorithm that puts together what an average home would look like and what it would sell for. So you can still see that, you know, home price detaches are still going up. Townhouses and condominiums are following that curve, but we're seeing no sign of prices coming down or leveling off, or or it's still, we'll probably see another couple of months of price increases. And then, of course, let's get right down into Langley. This is our balanced market. A balanced market in Langley is 5 to 7 months of inventory. Condominiums 0.9, townhouses 1.5, and detached homes is 1.4. At one point, I think in Walnut Grove there was 4 homes for sale, which usually has 20, 30 detached homes.
Okay, so for Langley, is that including Langley and Langley, like Langley City and Langley Township in those numbers?
Yes.
So the bulk of the detached homes, Andy, are where? Where are the ones that 1.4 listed right now? The majority of them.
That would be throughout all of Langley. You know, you have different centers. You know, Walnut Grove, Murrayville, Brookswood. It would include acreages. It would a wide variety of homes. Okay. Yeah. And then here's the price graph for the township, the Langley, and we're at $1,641,000 for a detached home. Looking at that, last year we were at $1,163,000. That's a $500,000 increase from last year.
Wow.
It worries me in some respect, in the sense that what goes up comes down, and we'll probably see at some point some leveling. I always urge buyers to be cautious and not to go in too far, because I do have concerns that at some point the market's going to change. And then townhouses and condos, $793 for the townhouse, and 593.20 for in the beginning of the year. So that's a $200,000 increase. And then a condominiums, 406 to 534. That's about $130,000 dollar increase over the year. Pretty significant numbers.
Absolutely.
So I do have this chart here. It came up in the last little while, and I think we need also to have a population chart to go with it. But in 2016, this is the listings that were put out, and these were the sales. And so you can see that there is a inventory gap at different places, right? Sales are coming up. Listings are not going as up. The gap is much smaller, and so that's where the inventory gap is. In 2018, this is after the stress test and all those things that came in through government intervention. There was a bigger gap, but it was picked up that buyers are still coming into the province, and also the buyers are maturing now. The younger generation is maturing into becoming a home buyer. So this is but this does need a population growth chart so that you can compare all three of them together to give you a better picture. But I did think it was kind of interesting how that worked.
So where's because this is one of the numbers that you probably know. I know when I moved here in 1976 with my family from Ontario, it was, I think the township of Langley was about 16,000 or 24,000 or something like that. What is the current population of the township of Langley, Andy?
Yeah, I think we're, you can't put me on that, but I think it's around 130, 140. I did see a graph somewhere that at that time, I think Abbotsford or Chilliwack was bigger than Langley, and
right.
Now, Langley is larger. Yeah. I mean, we're having tremendous population growth, and people are moving to Langley. They're not moving so much to Abbotsford. They're not moving so much to Surrey, but Langley is becoming the place to be. People feel comfortable here. They have everything that they need. They feel easy access to the freeway, the bridge, all that kind of stuff really helped when they put in the extra lanes. But also too, people are moving out here because they can work from home. Another number I was looking at the other day is that the Coquitlam, the New West, the Port Coquitlam numbers, and some even Burnaby, Langley is becoming, their HBI is becoming equivalent to those centers, and is set to surpass Coquitlam and Port Coquitlam and New Westminster in terms of their average price. So yeah, Langley is definitely on the rise. Yeah.
Well, and that's what I'm seeing when I drive around, even in Langley City. There's a lot of new apartment buildings being built, and that's because it's such a walkable area. I know as a kid, I so enjoyed. I lived by Blacklock. It was very easy and very walkable and accessible to take a bike ride, to walk to go get your groceries and go to a coffee shop in downtown Langley or Fort Langley. Easy to live there as well because everything is so walkable.
Yes. Yep. And what's nice about Blacklock is the community music school is there. So.
Oh, okay.
One of my favorite places. So, and this is another graph. This is the average days in the market, and it actually shows you how quick things are selling. So, in 2012, the average was 59 days. 2016 was the first really incredible rush that we had in the January of 2016. Houses were selling almost immediately. And then we, right 2017, we hit that low. And then, the market changed, with the stress test and with speculation tax and all those things. However, this is the downward trend now, and we're at a historic low again of only 22 days on the market. Having said that, houses are selling within 3 to 5 days. You put the house comes up on the market Tuesday, Wednesday. They have showings on the weekend, and they're accepting offers on the Monday or Tuesday, and it's sold.
So you got to have your ducks in a row, it sounds like.
Oh, very much so. Yes. Yeah. So that's pretty well it for this month for statistics, and we'll be doing this again next March.
So I'll get you to unshare your screen.
Sure.
And yeah. I just love love chatting with you. If anything, time and time again, there's that love. We'll loop it back to that love of the numbers and understanding what the numbers mean. I'm not one of those kind of people. There's certain statistics that I fall over, but there's other statistics that I don't understand. And when it comes to something as big as one of the largest purchases that you're going to make in this world, it's
Yes.
so important to have somebody understand what the numbers mean upside down, backwards, and forwards as well.
Yes, and having a grasp of that, and also, having the years of experience behind me, and
Yeah.
watching markets go up and down in the 80s and in the 90s, and then picking up again in the early 2000 and 2006. And then the 2009-12, it's you see the cycles, and you begin to understand that there are cycles, and that you always need to have caution to before you really jump in and understand what you're purchasing.
And I'd also like to say that somebody who thrives in the community, lives in the community, volunteers in the community, both in the city and the township. And I'm voting you, Mr. Langley, just between you and me, because you are so involved in lots of different things. And let's have a little update about the Fort Langley Jazz and Arts Festival. What's going on with them right now?
Oh, well, we're full blast ahead. Lots of things are going on in the planning process. We're going to have 4 days. We're going to be back in the fort. Well, that's tentative still, but where there's still a lot of things that we're trying to put together, and we want to have a live festival this year, not a streaming festival. We're also looking at having a couple of days of free music in Fort Langley. That's the more important thing, and for people to come out and enjoy in the sunshine some great music, and that music will be all through the fort, not just in front of the community hall. And and also too, right now for the Rising Star Award, we have a scholarship, and on our website is an application. So if you know someone that's a aspiring musician, there's not only is there a grant, but they actually have a gig at the jazz festival. So I encourage everybody to make their applications into the Rising Star Award.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So let's get to putting on some love to one of the people that entered your contest. I'm just going to share my screen. And draw, make it all look legit. Let me know that you can see this on your side.
Yeah.
And what I did is for kind of some fun, we put the gift basket in there twice. So Andy, if it lands on the gift basket on the first spin, I'm going to get you to send a $10 gift card to the person that we spin next to.
You
and
bet.
Then we will spin the gift basket. And what we've done is we'd like to thank everybody who entered. We've got Danelle82 entered 19 times, and all her friends are entered in there, and other people. And we just want to share big time love with this gift basket. And
Superstars.
Yeah. So are we ready, Andy? Are we ready? Here we go. Well, there you go. The Denaya 82, you have won the big, beautiful gift basket from Into Chocolate that Andy curated. And we will be in touch to award you that gift basket.
You bet.
I know she's a super fan of yours, and she loves to show up for your Facebook page and your Instagram.
Yes.
And you know what? She's a big supporter and does the work. And just like you do the work for your clients, she does the work to make you look like a superstar on your social media.
Well, I appreciate that. But the gift basket is, we'll let you know how to pick it up. It's waiting for you, and enjoy it, and have a great Valentine's. And to everybody else that put their name forward and identified their favorite businesses, a big love to you, and have a great Valentine's Day.
And I'm going to say too, a favorite place of Nina and Andy's is Manja Iskapia in
Yes.
Fort Langley, who tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday are doing a special Valentine's Day San Valentino Italian style. We encourage you all to make a reservation and head out and enjoy with your loved ones and share the amore with.
And the limoncello, though, I'm sure that'll be flowing.
Ooh, and get a walk around Fort Langley. It is a beautiful little place to both live, thrive, and have fun in. So enjoy. Thank you, Andy, for allowing me to monthly hijack your Facebook page here to chat about real estate.
Oh, you bet. You did. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.